Hello, my good people. I'm trying to get this lap in right here. Give me 1 second. I lost it there. It's probably a pen. Alright, I lost it anyway. Alright, so be it. I was practicing a little bit before we got going on live, and then I started that next lap, and I saw the time went to zeros, and I thought, oh, maybe I can just eke out another couple tenths, but didn't quite happen. So let's go ahead and say hello to everybody. Let's see who we've got here. So number 2 in P1. Number 2 believes she was in P2, but Deep must have, as she often does, ends up being very early with her chats, and so ended up being a false start pen, which is sad, but those are the rules. If you disappear, it means it's a false start pen. Blank, good to see you. BL, good to see you. Saragon, great to see you. Stefan, thank you for the good luck. Appreciate you, bud. Mustang, Crawler, Grovers, Plankton, Chris Wood, Knight Rider, Jim. Man, whole bunch of you here today. Already at the beginning on this fine Monday. Crawler has a 130 using the BRZ. Yeah, that car is something else. That car is something else. I tried a little few here. I'm maybe landing on the Ferrari. We'll see. We'll see what happens here, but that's how I'm feeling at the moment. It seems like there's a lot of viable options, as has been the case for Group 3 now for a bit, so. Yeah, he's here. Oh yeah, he's constantly putting up the times. There's no doubt about that. Almost always chasing that boy. Yeah, 40.9. Yep. So as is typical, we'll be doing our normal Monday routine. Gonna practice, gonna do lap guides, gonna go to the next track, practice, do lap guides, and then we'll see if we can get a race or two in afterwards before we call it a night. That's how we're gonna roll today. We've got the water, we got the Red Bull. We should be good to go. One of the best sounding Group 3 cars. Right there, no doubt about it. Do like this track. This is a challenging track. We do have, so I'll just let for anyone just coming in right now. Do plan to be on tonight. No stream tomorrow. Plan to do a stream on Thursday. And then we're trying to do a Learn with Lead on Saturday with Knight Rider Jim. Mike number 5 and Grover, good to see you guys. Grover, you were in here earlier. I don't forget if I said hi or not. I think it deserves a new one. That could be true. Could be true. Yeah, it's a great track. The fact that we get some mediums on this course too, that feels good. It's been a lot of not mediums for a while. Overcooked it there. Oh, that's a good point there, Plank. Yeah. Drifter of the Mustang. That's right. Stoop, did I miss Stoop? Good to see you, Stoop. Ace, good to see you, man. Oh yeah, give me that turnaround right there. Oh, that's close. Believe. I didn't believe enough. Stoop! Thank you for the donation, friend. Appreciate it, bud. Didn't get the wide entrance that I wanted. That I needed, really. How it should be said. And dirty tires. And track limit pin. Evening led Mrs. Drive me to the books and BL. Super Doofus, good to see you, bud. We were discussing that the other day. That's right. Yes. Well done, friends. Throw up your stud emojis for Stoop, please. That's highly prioritized there. Yeah, I know. We've discussed it, Stoop. I don't know what to say anymore. I do know that some folks have figured it out. Who have had the same problem, but I don't know. It's one of the top 10s, Plank. One of the top 10s. I don't think there's a bona fide one meta. I think whatever you can wrangle at this track, that's what you go for. Alright, could have been worse. Whatever. Lambo might have the edge? Okay. Too much gas too early. It's okay. As long as this lap is decent, we'll use it as a warm the tires up lap. Ooh. Yeah, not on the straight, right? Yeah, I hear you, Crawler. Yeah, I think it's amazing on the turns. I kind of started to get used to the BRZ a little bit the week that it was dominant at Willow. Okay. Ugh. Tragic turn there, just tragic. Turned in way too early. Okay. Light of fighting on exits that time. Got to do better there. Wider turn in. Much better there, much better. Aw, foot got caught. Take a moment. Uh-uh. Oh, it's okay. I've got, I appreciate it, Siri. I have I have backups. In fact, no, none are on the controller right on there right now. I'll go ahead and plug this one in now. So yeah, still no. I'm just about to crack into the top 10 of my friends. Yeah, still some work to do. Getting closer though. Thank you all for the 24 likes. You guys rock. That was decent, especially for colder tires. That's got to be better. It's still not consistent on that one. I think I keep outbraking the Ghost in that corner. Not every time. There, that turns better that way. Oh, that was better too. Had to hit the brakes there at the wrong time. Tires weren't hot enough. I needed to warm them up. What? SD with 5 gifted memberships. What in the heck fire is that about, Super Doofus? My goodness, thank you, bud. Everyone throw up a stud emoji for Mr. SD, please. Let's see. I go here. And go here. All right, so try this, Duke. See if that takes you to where you need to go, friend. Yes, throw up the Super Doofus super stud emojis. Oh, and Ace got one. Very fun. Ah, Blank, you were driving home earlier. Very nice. Thank you for putting in that early like, bud. You are a solid rock, sir. In a world of sand. Bill Ness, what's up, bud? Good to see you, man. Yeah, check that out. Duke, that link there, that's for you. Check that out, see if that works. So who are we following again? We're following a 40.1. All right, a little more work to do, I think. Taking the train home, cool. I like trains. What in the world? Are you guys trying to, is like a competition or something? Mike number 5 sent 10 gifted memberships. Throwing all kinds of people into the stud club. Throw up your stud emojis for Mike number 5, everybody. What in the world? That is, you guys are way too kind. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, track limit. Yeah. I like choo-choo trains. Right now I'm seeing a dono train. You thought it was a bargain, so you did it. All right, then. There you have it, friends. Yeah, getting sideways. Oh, too deep. Man, that was feeling pretty good up until then. It's a bargain, folks. What is this, some kind of commercial? That was too slidey. It was a tad too slidey that time. Yeah. Penalties. You heard that Mike number 13 doesn't give memberships. Controversy among the mics. Not bad there, not bad. Mike number 13 owes you money. It worked! Super Stupendipitous is part of the stud club! Yes! It's just what he's always wanted. Aw, thank you, Stu, for becoming a member, bud. Yay! that time it didn't work. Ah, blah. Fine. They're dropping like crazy, yo. It must be the in thing to do right now. That is sorted. Oh, and then Saragon's been a member for 7 months. Say what? I can't even break right. You guys are crazy. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Saragon, for your support over the many months now. That means a ton. More studs, everyone. Throw more studs. Super studs, regular studs. Throw them into the chat, please. Yeah, right, Stoop? They were trying to throw one your way. Almost a year for Mike number 5. Wow. Nope. It's a fine line right there. And subs. Yep. That's it. That's what's happening right now. You got them now. No one can take them away, sir. They're all yours. Sorry, I keep shaking my head. My glasses keep getting squeezed. That was right decent. That was right decent. Come on. Put up the emojis to your heart's content there, Stu. Oh, it's too narrow. Could have been worse, but it could have been a lot better there, man. This wood, not to be left out, donates 4. Thank you so much, bud. Ooh, that was really close. We tried something that didn't work. And I really think too, friends, with the way these tires heat up, your best shot at your best time might be lap 1. Stay tuned, we're probably 10 to 20 minutes away from lap guide time. make it. Okay. Not the best exit. I got stubborn, just decided to punch it. Okay, there you are. Stoop's got it all worked out. Let's see if we can make the tires work on this one. That's gonna be quicker, right? Come on. Yeah. All right, we found some limits. We exceeded them. Noted. Ooh, man, look at that extra turn that I got, and it happened just too early. I don't know, we might be hitting the limit. We might be hitting the limit, we'll see. Sarah gone with the 4 Canadian donated. Oh, you guys are amazing. Throw up a stud emoji for Sarah gone, please. You guys are way too good. What's I think I'm missing something with Chris. Let's guys, is that a fox with a bone and a bow? What am I missing? Throw up that emoji for Saragon, please. LG, good to see you, friend. You guys are crazy. Stoop just put up every burger and every emoji he's ever wanted to put up. It's amazing. Hilarious. All right, time to move the fan up. There we go. More direct. Can't play, so you're gonna donate. Well, that's cool, Sari. I tell the puppy dog I say thank you also. Car can really handle a lot on that final turn there. Their favorite bone, wow. I think we do see a 30. I need to turn in just a little earlier. Fernando Button, what's up, bud? Good to see you, man. Oh, nuts. I might have missed. I think I missed you coming in earlier. Favorite here anyway. Is that what's happening for that? Yeah, so for those who don't know, I'm not doing the NRL this particular season. Chris Wood. The 149 and the burger. Throw up the stud emojis for Chris, everyone. A little of a short shift there might help us. I think I was gonna go wide. Went a little deep there. What am I doing? No fourth. I don't need fourth. On the brakes too late. All right, let's try this lap, see if we can make something happen. Maybe I should try it. I tried to believe. It didn't happen. And it gave me a pen. I think I'm good without the BRZ tonight. I think the Rari's going to take me there. Chris Bieber, good to see you, man. Turning too early. Frustrating. No, I didn't, Chris. Talk to me about it. What is it? Bring me up to speed. I got the weight transfer wrong. Too much, huh? Nick Goes Racing. How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming in, bud. Good to see you. Nuts. Nut bunnies. All right, I gotta stop going deep into corners. Sparkles, good to see you. Whole bunch of friends coming in today. wider than him, but not too much time lost there. Could have been better. It's pretty decent. I think we're okay. I think we made it. Now, that time we carried more speed. Got to back up our break point. The right shifter stopped working on it, man. Much better. Not as good. Never mind. Yeah, it all went downhill. Try again. I feel it. I really do. Hit the limiter. Hit the limiter reading chat. What am I, a rookie? Oh yeah, so currently Night Rider Jim is the next Learn with Lead guest, and then in 2 Saturdays Sparkle should be the next guest. How about that? I'm doing the quali right now. Then I'm gonna do lap guide for this track, live on stream. And then we're gonna move over to race C, same deal. Practice, quali, lap guide. Nuts. Race C is fun. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do tonight. I think I am gonna have a shorter Monday stream than I do sometimes. So I might get just 1 or 2 race C's in today. It does not mess with DR this week? No way. Good grief. Really? That's kind of wild. I did not notice that. Well, with the wet weather, I mean, I feel like that's a really good option. I know my DRNSR took a huge hit at Nürburgring when with the Group 4s and the dynamic weather. Had to wait. Didn't get the weight transferred right. Very close. Man, I felt like that was a good lap. Oh, what am I doing? Doing it totally wrong is what I'm doing, man. Ooh, check out that rotation under braking. We like it. Oh, we don't like that. Okay, game, fine. All right, real soon, real soon. I'm very close. It could happen, but if it doesn't, I'm all right with that too. It's a fairly respectable time. Sixteenth to 4th. Wow. Interesting, Mick. Okay. Good call. See, that's too wide to the right. Have to sacrifice speed in order to get the next turn correctly. P2 to P13 in that race. Yeah. I can see how that would be the kind of results. Especially because it looked like, too, it can be really hard to predict what you need to be on when. Dirty Burger says LVP. Good to see you, LVP. Appreciate you, man. I think that's a pen. It's not. Okay then, we'll take it. Oh, okay, gotcha, Mick. Ah, it's really close again. Really close. Shoot. As long as we can keep it close here, I'm feeling good for another lap. Let's try it. Oh, shit, we lost it. We lost it. We lost her. Oh, thanks, Chris Wood. Yes, I will. I'll do that. I'm going to try and get another 10th off first. 10th or 2. No, look at this understeer. It's getting late. Come on, we gotta get it. Oh, cannot get the back end to come out like I wanted to there. I opened up too soon. Now I'm getting stubborn. Now I'm getting stubborn. Come on. One life to live. Soap opera. Yeah. Respectable. Nuts. Mega nuts. All the nut bunnies. Crud. That was it. That was it. That was going to be a good one. You have carrot cake and going to eat it now. Okay, share some with Chris, okay? Hey there, GVG. Good to see you too, man. Awful. That right, Ace? So far I like the last sector better than the first, interestingly enough. Not the best, not the worst. We'll go with it. Yeah, I got 30 tires. Incredible, man. Those are good laps. Now the back end is kicking my butt. Don't do second gear there, please. That was good. A little wild, but that was good. No, it's real cake, Mick. Real cake. Come on. Got it. Done. Did it. That's it. Done. Told you, just need a couple tenths. You can see it'd be really tough for me to get a 40. But yeah, 41.1, I think that's where I belong. Okay, let's get set up here for some lap guides going on now. Appreciate your all's patience with that, but I just knew I had another couple tenths, and I needed to make sure that I did it. All right, so if you're new to our lap guides that we do live, anyone that's watching right now, we break them down, break the corners down step by step, and we use the Apex Visualizer, which is a homegrown little something that we have here that helps us visualize the corners with an overhead view. So let me get back on track here, and let me get to turn 1. So I'm gonna take turn 1 and turn 2 as kind of one thing here. I think we can do that. So let's do that here. All right, so we're at the braking marker here, which is the digital flag over the left, right above me, right there. Ba-bam. And what we're trying to do here is brake heavily in a straight line, and then get the car rotated really well. So what we're going to use actually is the chicane. And so the chicane's not a perfect representation of this, but it does give us the idea of what's going on here. So let's look at it here together. So this very much is the idea. So we're taking the corner as a late sweeper, okay? And coming around just like this, so that we're getting the car pointed towards this part of the track. And then what that does is it sets us up for a nice wider entrance for the second corner, okay? And which is important because we don't want to track out too wide. We don't want to go too far over to the right, because we need to set up for the third turn in this little sequence here, okay? So that's really critical. What that's going to look like on the actual track is braking in a straight line through here, right, friends? And then critically, where is your turn-in point? You're turning in as you get to those marshals on the left there. So if you're using this view, for example, once you see that guy's head, the other guy's head right there, that's the idea of where you're doing that. Okay, and then so you're coming down to second gear. By the way, I think it's best to rev out fifth on the straightaway. Don't go to sixth. It's one less gear that you have to downshift. So I think that's critical there. So you get this nice wide entrance. And I'm using +5 brake balance. And if I time it right, the back end really comes out on the car. Just steps out enough so that it's giving me that extra little rotation, and it helps a lot. So then we get on the throttle through here. And depending on how you're feeling, you know, maybe stay in second. Some cars maybe get up to third. I think the Ferrari can do either. It's all about what you're able to control. But you're really trying to take a whole big chunk out of this apex here. So even hit this little sausage, it doesn't really unsettle the car. So that's kind of the line that I would recommend there. And then, like we talked about, you don't want to track out too wide. Get the car over to the left. And when you get to those marshals on the left, right there, okay, you see those on the left? I want you to yank the steering wheel to the right. Gotta yank it. You have to firmly transfer that weight over there, okay? Gotta do it. Otherwise, you're gonna be waiting for grip to build up, and you don't have time to wait. You just don't, okay? No, I don't really have a visualizer for this one because it's such a long sweeper, so let's just demonstrate it here in slow motion. So I think, you know, if you come in a little hot, go ahead and tap the brakes. But if you've timed the lift properly, you should just be modulating the throttle throughout here, okay? Just modulate the throttle, and you should be tightening to the apex. And then you're going to see that orange portion of the wall up in the distance. When you see that, okay, only if you have had a wide enough entrance, you've set yourself up properly, you can get on the throttle now and make the corner, okay? If you're seeing that orange barrier or orange part of the wall, getting on the throttle and not making the corner, that pretty much guarantees that you are not entering this corner wide enough, okay? So that's what I have to say there, all right? Let's continue. Your momentum should take you all the way out wide here. All right. You know, your braking point here really depends a lot on how much speed you've carried. But if you've carried the right amount of speed, so a good amount of speed, you probably want to start braking right about here. There is the 50 board right above me right there. It's not a bad spot to look. So maybe as that, if you're using this view, for example, as that clips your edge of your screen, that's not a bad spot to hit the brakes. Let's go ahead and look at the visualizer for this one. So what we have here is a very long 180 degrees. Now, it differs. The visualizer differs in that you end up, the actual track widens or opens up as you're turning right. But I do want to focus on the entrance, maybe not the exit so much of this visualizer, but focus on the entrance. This is the entrance you're looking for, okay? And you really got to be at your slowest at this point right here, and then get that weight firmly transferred once again, and then get on the throttle and come out. And then you can track out kind of wide, but not too wide. Honestly, if you've tracked out too wide, you're actually losing time, because you have to get back over to the right in order to set up for the left-hander coming up, okay? What that looks like on the actual track then. Oh, thank you for subbing up there, Shantae. Appreciate that. Everyone throw up the sub emojis, please, for Shantae. That's awesome. And if Wesley, I see you there, sir. Good to see you, man. Throw up those sub emojis. LG's on top of it. She got it. Always too wide taking that one. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So let's look here then how we're going to go through this. So you take this little width right here, but then you tighten, okay? And you're on the throttle right about here. So look at, you're not full throttle yet. Let's make sure we understand that. But you see the Marshall box over to the left, or maybe the orange barriers, part of the barriers to the left as well, just above my camera screen here. Make that your acceleration marker. Again, if you have done a wide enough entrance, you can get on the throttle right here. Not fully yet, probably, but you can get on the throttle and make the corner. As you get on the throttle, see how the car responds. If the car immediately starts to go wide, it probably means you haven't transferred the weight well enough. You should not be really any wider than this by this point, okay? If you are a car width or more to the left at this point, you're probably either you're not getting a wide enough entrance, or you have had difficulty with getting on the throttle too soon, okay? All right, this turn right here, I love this hairpin, especially when you get it right. It feels really good, especially in the Ferrari, gotta admit. So brake marker for this one is very scarcely seen. So I am using where just above the car where I'm sitting right now, where you have those tire marks on the curb there. That's kind of where I am braking. I'm waiting till I get right on top of them right here. This is where I'm braking. And let's look at the visualizer. This one can help us a lot with the visualizer. Let's get it turned around. Let's get it tightened up. There we go. So it's not quite a 180-degree turn, but we're approaching it, that's for sure. Right, more like that. All right, so look at the line here. This is pretty much an exact representation of what you're trying to do here, friends. So make sure that we are getting a nice braking deep into the corner, allowing the car to rotate so that we can clip the apex nice and late, right? Nice and late. And then we actually are accelerating through this apex. So we want to be on the throttle right about here. That means we need to be at our slowest right about here, okay? If we do that, then we are really just going to be able to mash the throttle through here and track out wide. And really, when you do that, you can do this turn very quickly. A tendency for a lot of the tight corners, and even some of the faster corners for this track, is to be too hard on the brakes for too long, and then you end up going deep. So look on the actual track maybe, and you'll see a little bit what I mean there. So it's very easy when you get on the brakes. You're heavy on the brakes, and you're trying to turn, but you haven't come off the brakes at all. You see what I mean? And so you're getting a whole bunch of understeer, and it's taking you out here. Whereas the line that you want, while it does take you a little wide, it should be a smooth deceleration all the way through this point. And the only way you get that is by effectively trail braking off. So you get right here, you're at your slowest, up to second gear, and on the throttle. Some cars will be happy with a first gear exit. I think the Lambo, for example, would be good with a first gear exit there. Okay. This corner has a lot of time in it if you take it right. So let's look at the visualizer for a moment. It is effectively a 90-degree turn, but it has that nuance to it because it's got that kink right around here, right? So what are we trying to do here? Well, oops, that was the wrong one. What we're trying to do here is widen our entrance so that we can straighten the car and then get on the throttle no later than mid-corner, right about here. I think that this is one of the most critical corners in the track where you need to not waste time coasting, okay? Don't waste any time coasting. It should be a transfer of brake to throttle. And if you and you have to be you also have to be comfortable with going wide on the exit as well. That's how you're going to end up taking this quickly. So what this looks like on the track then is we're braking in a straight line, coming down from fourth, down to third, down to second, and we turn just before the end of the strike part of the curbing. Our momentum and weight transfer should take us out here. We really don't want to be on the green or even necessarily much on the curb either, as that does unsettle most cars. But this is where we need to be on the throttle. So like I said, we're trail braking all the way to here, and then bam, we commit to being on the throttle early, anticipating that we're going to go wide on the next portion of the track. That requires us to open the steering early enough so that we don't end up getting some power oversteer. So we're opening up right now, but we're not trying to stay on the asphalt. We're trying to come out here. Do you follow my meaning? We're not trying to stay away from this exit. We really want to mash this part of the exit right here. Danny Fuller, good to see you. Gotta go. Okay, we'll see you later. Yeah, the M6 doesn't look good here for sure. Okay. So your momentum carries you out there, coming through here. All right, so this is an interesting corner because it's a very open right-hander. It feels like a quick one. So when I was practicing, it was really hard for me to commit to turning in late like I should. So I want you to take a look at this. It really is actually just a little bit beyond 90 degrees like that. But even with that, we have to apex just a little bit late. Don't apex mid-corner. We have to apex a little bit later, okay? That's part of it. What that requires is a later turn-in. A little dab of the brake, perhaps a gear shift down. I like to downshift to third for the Ferrari. Downshift, and then yank the steering over to the right so you get that weight transferred and the grip to the outer tires really quickly. That should happen right around here. You're either trail braking or letting it coast, depending on how much brake pressure you have applied. And then you need to be on the throttle by right here, if not earlier, okay? No later than mid-corner, but possibly even here. What that looks like on the actual track then is the actual turn-in point then is after the curbing has gone away. Maybe you could consider that F that's right above my my screen there as the turn-in marker. Down to third, and you see how we want this wide entrance so that so the tendency is to apex at this little sausage on the right. Don't apex there. We should be on the throttle by now, and we should power through the apex right here. This is where we're apexing, okay? Our momentum then is going to take us nice and wide, but as long as you keep the right tires onto the curbing, you won't get a pen. All right, the slowest corner of them all, brake marker is the flag pole right on the right here. Let's break out the visualizer and see what this has to offer for us. Just to be very similar to the other tight corner. Once again, not quite 180 degrees. This is very much the line that we're looking to do. So braking heavy in a straight line, but braking deep, not apexing too early. Don't apex here, don't apex here. We got to apex way out here, right? So we get that rotation done and around just like that. And then we can get on the throttle no later than this part and track out wide, and honestly expect to be a little wide, but anticipate that. Make sure that you're opening the steering early enough so that you don't experience too much power oversteer. But one way or the other, especially if you're not using any TCS, be ready to catch that power oversteer, okay? All right, what that looks like on the actual track then, braking in a straight line. I'm trying to make it so that when the middle of my car hits that pole, that's when I'm on the brakes. Braking heavy in a straight line, going down all the gears, all the way to first. Turning very close to that F. Not, you're turning before that F, but that could be a visual for you. Getting the car turned all the way around here, up to second gear, and on the throttle by now. It's so critical to get so much of the rotation done before you get to the apex. Otherwise, you have to wait to get on the throttle. And waiting to get on the throttle, my friends, as most of you know, is really, really slow. Okay, so you're tracking out. Don't be afraid to come out all the way out here. But then commit to really clobbering this apex here. This is where the new apex visualizer is going to be so much fun. Because I can, with the new one that we're working on, I can handle this corner and the next one in one shot. Kind of jealous that I can't do it right now. But let's look at this. So on the visualizer, it's interesting because in one sense the track is in one sense the track is a 180, but in a sense it's not, because we're coming in from an angle. So I like to go ahead and kind of visualize it like this, just a little bit open, but this is really, really close to the line that we're looking for here. So we need to double apex this. We need to clip the first apex, come out a little bit wide, and whenever we double apex, we know that we need to be at our slowest at about mid-corner. This is where you need to be at your slowest. In the Ferrari, you're down to first to get that extra rotation, then you're back up to second, and then you power through the exit, clipping that second apex and coming out wide, okay? What that looks like on the actual track then is coming through here. You're in third, maybe a little lift there. I've noticed that this car can get a little unsettled through there, but you definitely need to clobber all of it. Down to second, hit the first apex, try to minimize how wide you go. Down to first, you're at your widest and your slowest right here. And you are at mid-corner, up to second, and power through this second apex. Okay. Two corners that are very similar. Let's take them both back to back. Can't undervalue what these two corners are like. So they're very similar in nature. Second one's a little bit faster than the first one, but right now, right here, you're lifting, okay? You're lifting right here. And maybe even a shift down, depending on the car. But you're really trying to commit to destroying this apex right here. I want you to cover it with almost your whole car, okay? That's going to set you up, but you have to make sure it's a wide entrance. If you clip this apex too soon, you're really going to have a tough time not going too wide out here, okay? So that's how we're approaching that. And then let's go, oh, and then the next turn, very similar. It's more of a 90-degree turn, but it's more open, so it's a bit faster. Try and maintain about, I want to say 97, 98 miles per hour on the second one. And that way you can, the car can handle it. The car can really do it. Just make sure you get all that rotation done before you get to the apex and push through the apex. Accelerate through it, okay? Don't accelerate here when you're tightest and then come out like that. The car's not going to do it. It's going to protest and you will go wide, okay? So let's look at these two corners on the actual track then. So here we are. Third gear, lifting, clobbering all of this apex as much as we can make sure we do. Then accelerating through here. Oh, let's talk about the braking point there. Braking point for here is tricky, but basically as these tire marks from the tighter chicane, from the chicane on this part of the track, those tire marks, as those meet the curb, that's when I'm braking. I'm in fourth and then I'm downshifting to third, I'm turning with this curbing, okay? Turning with this curbing. I'm getting as wide as you can, as you can see, because I want this nice wide entrance so I can be on the throttle by now. Accelerate through, clip the apex, accelerate through the apex, and go through like that. And that is a lap guide at Catalunya circuit. Love the circuit. Great stuff here. We got a 40 burger during all that. That is cool. Nice, guys. Appreciate all of you. 40 burger on a Monday. Oh, I need to check something here. So I want you to understand how much I'm sacrificing tonight for you all. Because my team is playing right now. And I don't get to watch it. So hanging with you all instead. We're in quarter one and we're tied 7-7. All right, sounds good. I think we might lose this one. It's kind of what I'm expecting. All right, let's leave that one up. Leave that one up. This one can go. This I need to stay up. This one can go. All right, there we are. You think you can beat the 29:43 time of that guy? Excellent, Mike. Go for it. I believe in you. I believe in you. I really do. Derrick Henry got a long TD. Nice. Yeah, he was kind of held silent last game. But he often has a bounce back game to that. No spoiler. I'm not recording it. I'm just gonna watch highlights. Tomorrow is my plan. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I need to save best. I almost forgot. And then let me take care of a little business. I need to take a picture of the car here. Let me do that real fast. Stag, how's it going, bud? Good to see you, man. That did take a lot longer than the first one does, but I think we needed to get it right, so it was good. No, not escapes, because we have the footage. Is that right, Stag? Yeah. That is great. Congrats on that, man. Who is us next week? I can't think of the schedule. Who do you root for, LG? I don't have the schedule memorized. As a Ravens fan, I probably should. All right, what turn do we want here? Yeah, that looks hot. Not like that, though. Actually, let's... Oh, nuts. Chiefs? Oh, that's right. You're a Chiefs fan. Awesome. You guys have had a lot of success. A lot. I'm really happy for my one friend who's a Chiefs fan. He's been a Chiefs fan for life. And but he, you know, it was for the longest time dark days for his let me see. Oh, nuts. Let me see some of the offerings they might have. Can I move forward though? That's no good. You've seen a lot of crummy Chiefs. Yeah, that's probably close to how old. Maybe he's a little older, the guy I know. All right, so then we got Catalunya in the background. Sweet. Going to hit the hay. Okay, Chris, appreciate you, friend. Stellar job as always. Warhawk, I don't think I saw you come in. Good to see you, bud. Oh, I didn't change anything. I'm such a doofus. It's probably not going to work. It's actually kind of cool. I don't know if it works for a thumbnail, though. Need to increase the shutter speed. This is pretty close. What we want there. Okay. Now let's shoot. Well, then you've paid your dues. So you finally had a lot of good success. I'm happy for you, man. That's a good shot. Done. Yeah, I got it. It's not live, but I have the like the ticker. Tyreek? We don't have Tyreek Hill. Do you mean Hopkins? Tyreek's with Dolphins, right? Oh, wait, you're talking about Super. You're a Dolphins. I'm sorry. I missed the interaction there. My fault. He costs too much, SD says. All right. That bit of business taken care of. Steven, good to see you, man. Oh, I never saw... Yeah, so no DR updates. No DR or SR updates. All right. It's kind of a funny week, then. I forgot to see where our time ended up being. All right, top 300 on a Monday. We take it. We take it. Okay. Now it's time for this. You know, this... I don't know, friends. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to do any races tonight because this track is long. All right, so what do we got? Looks like it's the Mercedes. Since we barely do group ones, I'm definitely going to watch the I'm going to watch the replay here. Okay, before the first total board. Late. Okay, yeah, late to first. Get that extra rotation, trail braking, clobbering these apexes. My goodness. You got a busy night there, BL. Revs out third. Exits in third. Always good to see the breaking point for here. Okay, so it's nowhere. Where is this breaking point? He's just touched it. Oh, let me make this big for you guys. He's just touched the brakes. I think the Nissan is the go-to for in race, but this is the right one for qualifying because of how strong the Nissan is on the straight. And boy, do we have a straight on this track. Oh man, that is the craziest of little dabs. Did you see that? Okay. All right, 2 hours later. So just as the curb on the right starts. Keeps it in second. Little blip of the throttle to get some traction. Man, oh man. Damien Chafe. Full throttle just on the brakes now, so I will probably lift there, be my guess. Then full braking in a straight line. 72. Out he goes. Just before the Gantt sign, the second Gantt sign on the right. Patient, yep. Blip of the throttle to gain traction, then out he goes. Very wide entrance, modulating brakes. Turning so early, second RMC sign. That was close. These chicanes here, man, these are tough. All right, so just as the white splits. What in the world? Okay. Okay. Time to get the gloves on. I have two of them. I need to sell one of these. Wait. Are these aren't even my cars. They're chosen for us. Well, let's grab this cooler looking one. Right, Mike? He was nuts. Okay. I think I'm gonna try this ghost. A 1.5 second penalty. All I got around here was penalties. This car is an animal. At least it was only a half second that time. Goodness gracious. Does this car have a fifth? I can't remember if I saw him go to fifth or not. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am not ashamed to put on TCS. That is... Oh, shoot. I exited. That's what I'm going to do. Because, wow. Just one. Not braking anywhere nearly early enough. At least I'm consistent. I didn't turn it on. Oh my goodness. That's why these are so tough. These older Group 1s, Group C cars really is what they are. Is this your replay? I just gotta learn the car. I feel like I do it like he does every time and watch the half-second pen come up. Yep. Oh, the humanity. Yeah, the 787 is an awesome car. Oh, it does have fifth. And if that is an excellent rant, feel free to rant at any time. That's beautiful. All right, well, let's think about tomorrow. See what we can plan. What I want to do tomorrow when I gotta get up. Heck, I can make some plans for the weekend at this rate. That checkpoint is hilarious. Didn't realize what you were gonna get. Yeah, this is what we get. All right, Indianapolis, here we come. Okay, we made it to the back half of the circuit. Third earlier there. All right, we were safe that time, but that's fine. Almost a 13. That's not too bad. Could definitely be worse the first time through. A corner is so important. Because you're either losing time that whole straightaway or you're gaining that whole straightaway. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see. I can't. Yeah, this is going to take some work. It's going to take some work. That was better. It's crazy because I feel like I brake at exactly the right time, but maybe I don't. Counter sear assist? I do, yeah. Oh. This car shifts like a kerchunk. Mike number, I just saw what you mentioned there, Mike number 5. The most interesting part, no doubt. A little better. Nah. Oh, and didn't even delay either. It knew it. It told me. Where does that even put me? What am I following again? A 310? A 307? Track is so stinking long. No, I'm following a 307. No, a 308. What I'm following. Okay. Yeah, which is why I think most of the people are doing that in race, because that's such an advantage. But the Merc here is best in the corners. which is why it's top of the leaderboard, dominating it. Wish I could use my shifter. I'd probably be able to shift faster. Just takes so long. Edward, what's up, bud? Great to see you, man. So I gotta open up the steering. Gotta open up the steering on those. It's killing me. Dirtbull, what's up, friend? Good to see you. There, it's probably the best I've done that turn so far. Okay. So much wheel spin every time on those. It's killing me. Oh, I missed it entirely. Man. Oh, he's doing bench press today. At the spot where your hands should be. Oh, yeah. So, did you smash your hands? Or are you all right? All right, let's try second one. Okay, we're gaining time. Gaining time. Very good. Mostly. Losing time. Looks like we should shift earlier to fourth. Set. I'm barely able to get the bar out. Oh, move your hands. Yeah. Oh, no. Dude. That's why they talk about having a spotter when you're doing all that, right? I like dumbbells for bench pressing. They're my favorite. Okay. I might have latched onto something there. I need to shift up to second before I get on the throttle. And I think that's going to help me a lot. Let's go again. Now how? I just don't understand. We're scratching away at it, yep. You're right about that. Oh, that was way late. That was way late. Yeah, so I think I'm still messing with BB. But this is the Merc. Oh, goodness. Yeah, and I just moved the BB down because I think it's no good. I think I need extra stopping power with all wheels. In the race, you just need to be consistent. Yeah, don't have to take all the risks, I'm guessing. Yeah, Edward, right? Yipes. Bopping down the Mulzon. Bop. Nah, why? Oh man, I messed both of them up. Really? I'm not sure why. Everything looks good on my end. Worked for you, Stoop? Okay. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all. Thanks, Dirtbull. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I can't go too much longer, though. Gonna have to call it here so I can get to the lap guide. I feel like I catch the ghost on this part, because look, the checkpoint's about to come up, and it's gonna ooch forward. See? I don't understand. I don't get it. How can I be faster than the same car on the straightaway when he clearly took the previous turn better than me? I'm drafting the ghost. I guess that's it. I didn't know you could do that. I don't even know where I did that. That's stupid. I will not even bother. It's awful. Can I make a penalty guide? Yeah, I probably could. I probably could. Lead penalty guide. Yeah, that's what we would call it. Tad bit better. Let's go again. Let me see. All right. right, so it's, I mean, it's a long track, so it feels like I'm really far, but top 300 in the world. Certainly is room for improvement. Let's go one more time. That's the rules right there. Part of the trouble is, too, I can't keep temperature in the front tires. One more, come on. Why do I do that? Yeah, I did do it a little bit. Sarah Gone, welcome back, bud. Yeah, that's what you can't do right there. Mr. Gone is back. Okay, I'm gonna try bike balance even more to the front. Serviceable first sector. Long straightaway. Yeah, but then you get this long straight where then it starts to cool. They start to cool off just when you need them in a huge braking zone, you know. That was good. Okay, Stu. Thank you, man. Awesome that you were able to become a member. Appreciate you, friend. Dragging the brakes. think I cut. No? That's fine, I'll take it. We're learning. Gotta turn earlier, man. Okay. Let's go for another lap. Last try. I think last try. Ooh, I lifted. I think I might have been able to, might have made it. Excuse me. nut. Serviceable. I don't know what this is going to be. Especially, well, we got to see how we do through here, right? Nah. 12.6. Let's try again. I forgot second gear. All right. Well, it's a struggle today, right? I think that's what it is. I mean, it's still top 300, so it's not like dead awful, but it just feels I see where all the mistakes are, you know? And so I know where I could do better, and that's the frustrating part. All right, let's go ahead and do a lap guide. We'll get this situated for us today. So what I was experiencing there was on the slow ones. I think I figured something out there where that'll really help out a lot of people, I think. Okay, friends. Here we are with a lap guide at Le Mans. Really tricky combination, I feel like, because we've got cars that we're not used to driving, and definitely a measure of, you know, it's just unfamiliarity there. So you definitely got to handle these Group 1s differently, and we'll talk about that quite a bit as we go through the guide here. So let's look at this first one as a chicane. What we're gonna do, a very big chicane, but that really is essentially what it is. So you're carrying a lot of speed into this first corner. As you get to this point, you're full throttle, but you should be tightening to the apex here. And I've been braking right about as the curb gets to straightens out right here, right in front here. So just about this spot is where I'm braking. So the best in the world are braking closer to that total sign. I'm having trouble, honestly, doing that. So, braking in a straight line through here, and let's look at the visualizer for our racing line. So this is really a really good representation of what we're trying to do here. So we're taking a wide entrance into this turn, clipping this apex, feathering the throttle, probably not going full throttle through here. We have to measure it and see how much speed we've carried, so be careful with that. But we're trying to at least be on, at least thinking about full throttle right at this point. And we really do. The biggest part, and what you're going to see a lot about this track, is murder, destroy apexes all day, all 3 minutes and change, whatever it takes you to do it. Just destroy each and every apex, okay? So, what that looks like on track for this little section here is coming up all the way here. Get down to second at the total sign, turn in, and get down to first. First is going to tighten you to this apex, and you really want to hit it just like this, okay? Up to second for for control and stability. Clobber this apex. Monitor the throttle and see what happens, and then come on out. Just tuned in. It's a P-trap under the sink. What? All right, LG. Thank you. You too. Have fun storming that castle for sure. Okay. For this corner, braking zone is just as these bollards go away. This is where you're braking. We have what is essentially a 90-degree turn. It's a banked 90-degree, so it's helping us out there in that regard. And so we're taking this pretty simply, but so, you know, with the Group 1 cars, they lack the ability to turn in. They don't have weight on the front tires. The front tires do not keep temperature, and so what you're constantly fighting is a high level of understeer. So as you brake hard and quickly in a straight line, you're dabbing down to second gear. You're modulating braking as you go in through, and then up here you get up to second, okay? Or sorry, up to third for exit. And then the next corner is basically the same, where it's almost identical, where you have to take it the same way. You're coming from the middle of the track, come back over to the left real quickly, and then bring the car over and watch and see how the car reacts. You know, one of the things that is really hard to keep track of with these cars is the weight transfer. You don't always know or feel when the grip is there. So when you get on the throttle, it's really a test. It's a lot of testing in that regard. So that's what that looks like there, okay? On the actual track, we have this look right here. So your third, braking down to second, letting second pull you in, tighten you in, up to third for exit. Try to maintain as much full throttle through here as possible. And then you got to be brave enough to really track out wide as much as possible, okay? Braking spot for this here is right about here. This is where I've been braking. To be honest, one of my cues is when the sector beep happens. That's part of when I know to hit the brakes. So I'm using my corner indicators, my driving markers here to help me out as well. So I know this distance is a big part of it. There's traffic really close, I hear. It's kind of neat. And then it's a really quick turn in. It's a dab of the brake, quick turn in for what is essentially just beyond 45 degrees. And you have to be super brave on this turn here. So get the bulk of the turning done. Apex a little bit late, but clobber this apex. Get on the throttle, and the wide entrance is super key, because if you don't, you're gonna end up going wide. And it's strange. There's like, this is like a mystical corner, man. You feel like you've got it. You feel like even you're following the ghost to a T, and you end up going just that little bit too wide, and you get that half-second penalty, which is just a pain in the tuchus, for real. So, looking at the actual track then, right there, you're going like that. Your turn in is right here, and you need to be all over this apex like this. On the throttle, your momentum will carry all the way out, and then you just got to get back before the curb ends. Get your right tires on the inside of that white line. Now for a really long straight. I think Mike number 5 said this would be the most interesting part of the lap guide. It was a nice thought, but I think he's wrong. we there yet? Do we get a 50 burger? Oh my goodness. Hey, don't text and drive when you're going like 208 miles an hour. Thank you, Wicked. Appreciate you, man. Oh, the picture. That's what you're talking about. Gotcha. All right. Okay. So my braking spot is the end of the white line here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep it a little bit wide because you got to have a wide entrance. So let's talk about this corner from the perspective of the visualizer. It's a pretty tight corner. And you really, this really depicts it well. You really have to get this car turned, okay? So, one of the biggest parts where I was losing time, and am still losing time, I should say also, is being patient enough to get the car turned and pointed to the exit before getting on full throttle. So I don't, you know, be 75, 50%, 25% throttle in this vicinity. You're on the throttle here. There's no doubt about that. But wait until the car is turned fully to be full throttle, maybe about out this direction here. You gotta wait, because all that power oversteer is just, it is maniacal to try and handle. And so, and then if you're using TCS, you know, the more you're having to turn your steering wheel on exit, the more that TCS is going to activate and slow you down also, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the actual track. So we're braking in as straight of a line as possible through this part. Braking all the way to get to this white line. Now I am using first gear for an added bit of braking power, and a bit of more rotation. The best in the world are able to stay in second, so be advised of that. What I found is, if I'm doing this, I need to be back up to second by this spot right here, so that I can begin to put power down to start gaining grip, gaining traction, okay? So this is where I want to be on the throttle, but I'm only, you know, I'm fluctuating, and then until I'm straight, that's when I'm muscling out of the corner, okay? All right, next turn. Next sequence of turns is Indianapolis, I believe. So, right here, you've got to, you want to be as close to full throttle on this right-hander as possible. Commit to it. Commit to being tight to the right, okay? That's really going to help you out a lot. Let's look at what that line looks like here. I won't bother with the visualizer for that one, though. Clobber as much of this apex as you can. Now, if you have to lift a little bit, like I've had to sometimes, feel free to do that. It's better to sacrifice a wee bit of speed to stay to the right, because if you're over to the left too much, it's going to be really tough to take this next corner. So, speaking of the next corner, this is a good look at it right here. We're sweeping. This is a sweeping turn. We're decelerating all the way through here. Really, really key. It feels like you can take like 75, 76, 77 miles an hour into this apex. Don't. It will send you too wide on exit. Shoot for about 70, 71. Okay, right at mid corner. Shoot for that. Get on the throttle mid corner, and you'll make the corner. And I think it's going to be faster. I really, really do. Carrying that much speed, again, that understeer that you're feeling, it just pulls you out to wide, and it's just no good. Okay, so what that looks like on the actual track, then at this point, this is where you're starting to brake fully in a straight line, downshifting the third, downshifting the second, braking all the way here until we get here. We should be at about 70, 71 right here, and then you're on the throttle, coming out wide and then coming back. One of the slowest, and I think it might be the slowest corner in the track. So we're braking just before this second Gantt sign over on the right by my tire temps there. And let's look at the visualizer here for this one. Really tight, nasty corner. Once again, we're going to treat it a lot like the previous one, except this one is just going to be slower. So get it nice and turned. Once again, throttle mid-corner, ease on the throttle, wait for the car to turn, then punch it. Punch it to like 80, 90%, then full. You'll get the most traction that way, and you'll end up exiting the fastest that way, okay? On the actual track then, we're looking at braking in a straight line from here. Again, I'm using first for extra braking power and rotation, but I'm back up to second right here, getting on the throttle right here, waiting till the car turn, and then working my way up to full throttle. All right, braking spot for this is the Porsche curves, right? So this first Goodyear sign on the left, that is your braking point, okay? Now these S's are a lot of fun. They feel really sketchy, but when you get them right, they feel really good. And honestly, I think this is where the Merc really shines, because you can take this very fast, and that's why this is the meta for the week as far as qualifying time goes. As far as race goes, I think because of the top speed, the Nissan is where it's at. I appreciate you, Rob. Thank you so much, man. Your like is registered that way. Yes, very nice. All right, so long sweeping corners. Visualizer will help us. I'm just gonna look at for the first one. These are very similar. So what we're trying to do is widen each corner, okay? So that we go wide, we tighten, okay? And then once we get to the other part, again, we go wide and we tighten. We do that for 1, 2, and 3 corners, 4 corners in a row. That's what these Porsche curves require, okay? Think wide and then tighten, wide and then tighten, and that's really going to help you out through here. So let's look at the so let's look at the actual track then and what that looks like. So again, braking here, we're in 4th gear. We're let 4th gear rev out, and then downshift to 3rd and be minimal braking. Your objective is then to tighten to this inside corner, get as close to the apex as you can, get over to the right, up to 4th at this point. The car is handling it beautifully. Widen, get nice and wide, and then tighten back up to this. Use 3rd gear to tighten up and braking, and then keep it nice and tight. You're decelerating through this entire portion here. And then if you've done it right, at this RMC sign right here, you need to turn immediately before you get to this sign. And just a little dab of the brake. Why? This is where a lot of time is lost. So you've got to be able to turn here so that you can crush this apex. I mean, I need you all the way over here, if not even more. So that when you're full throttle through here, so you're full throttle before you get to this apex, right? And you end up carrying your speed. The key is your left tires need to get back onto the left side of the white line before it goes gray and the curb ends. That way you don't get a pen, okay? All right, so the chicane up ahead. Got 2 chicanes in a row, right? The best in the world are braking just as they get to the split. in the white lines up ahead. I'm backing that up for myself and being right about here. It's much more comfortable for me, but I am going this wide because I'm trying to widen this entrance. Now, we've got a decelerating chicane, and then you accelerate just for a little bit, but you set yourself up for the next slower chicane. So looking at a chicane then in this regard, this is what we're trying to accomplish here, okay? So trying to get, once again, just like the S's that we talked about before, the Porsche curves, here we're trying to be nice and wide. Come in, clobber this first apex, widen, clobber the next apex. Stay tight to the right here. Gotta stay tight to the right. Well, we can go ahead and you can track out wide for a little bit, but then get back to the right and then set up for the next chicane. So what that looks like on the actual track, almost finished here. Gear down to second, clobber this first one, decelerate the rear, back on the throttle, down to first, again, clobbering this first one. You should try and shoot for right here. This is where you're at your slowest. Be at your slowest right here. Be in the 55 to 60 mile per hour range. Up to second. Throttle inputs right there, and then full throttle once you get straight. And that is a lap guide for Le Mans. Okay, my friends, this was a bit of a different kind of Monday. These tracks just took a whole lot longer for me to learn and end up getting the lap guides done. Hopefully they helped you out. Even if you're just coming in and you missed them, I am going to be working on a video just after this stream. So that's definitely something to consider if you're looking for it. It's not the best time ever, but it is 295 in the world right now, so I can't be too mad at that. And yeah, that is going to do it for me today. It is a bit of an earlier ending, but I need some sleep tonight because it's a big day tomorrow. So I need to get off here so I can work on the lap guide video and get that going out there. The lap guide videos have been, at least for our channel, really popular. So so we won't be on stream tomorrow, but we're going to get to racing and a whole bunch of fun on Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be the plan. Sorry there was no real racing today. That's just how the cookie crumbled today. So that's unfortunately how it's going to be this time around. I guess that's how it goes sometimes. But goodness gracious, when you have a 3 minute 15 second lap, it's just crazy. Lurked and learned. We love the learning lurkers. That's great, Rusty. Appreciate you, man. Oh dear. Thank you for the 50 plus likes today. We threw up that 50 burger a little bit ago. Thank you all for your very kind donations, the gifted memberships. That really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. It means a lot to my family. Thank you everybody who hung out today. For the new subarinos, thank you for subbing up today. Appreciate the newcomers. I hope you felt welcome. Hope you learned. Hope you had fun. Our conversations went all over the place today. It's pretty wild. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. So I'll see you all in a few days on Thursday, back in action here. I love you all like crazy. There's not a thing you can do to change my mind. Don't even try. Don't even try it. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.